Your Excellency, let me again thank you for the tireless efforts you have put to support the learning and teaching of Kiswahili language in our country. Your presence here demonstrates that support, and we are very confident than before that Kiswahili in a very few years will be a widely spoken language in Uganda. We as UMCAT School of Journalism and Mass Communication, Your Excellency, are very proud to be part of this process. And I want to thank you once again for standing firm on the agenda of the East African integration. And Swahili is very important in this process. I am here as a representative of UMCAT School of Journalism and Mass Communication, a partner in this process. And I want to say something briefly about UMCAT School of Journalism and Mass Communication. Your Excellency, you provoked the emotions that motivated the establishment of this institution. 30 years ago, in 1994, Your Excellency, during a press conference that was held at State House, you made a statement that intrigued us. And I was a student of mass communication at Makerere then. And in 1996, when I was now an employee in the Ministry of Information as information officer working with Uganda News Agency, the same statement was echoed. You were not happy with the way the press in Uganda was handling national issues, and especially the war in northern Uganda. And at that press conference, you expressed that journalism in Uganda is being filled by a group that you called failed fishermen and fishmongers who are trying their hand in journalism. Your Excellency, as a student who had just graduated from mass communication, I felt that we needed to do something. And today is when I'm saying that instead of complaining, let us listen to what the President says and we do something to address what he says. It motivated me to start this institution after the late Kranima Mugerwa, may his soul rest in eternal peace, the chief cameraman of New Vision, told me a story that put your statement in context. And give me, Your Excellency, just a minute to put that in context. He told me that your statement had a story which connected to Idi Amin. That when Idi Amin took over the government, the few journalists who were trained also ran away from the country. And it was compounded when the economy collapsed after the expulsion of the Indian community. So the Magendo business took over when the Maftamingis came in. And there was a lot of smuggling on Lake Victoria. So a lot of news was coming from Lake Victoria. And who were the people peddling this news? It was the fishermen and the fishmongers. So I got your statement in context, and I got up. 2 weeks later, I resolved with my colleagues that we must rid journalism in this country of fishermen and fishmongers. And today, we have UMCAT School of Journalism and Mass Communication, Your Excellency, which has trained over 75% of journalists in this country. Your Excellency, this is attributed to you. It is an achievement to you as well. Thank you very much. Your Excellency, allow me to congratulate the organizers of this function, and more especially the Secretary General of NRM, Honorable Tudwong, and Mama Rebecca Kadaga, because we are here today gathered in this agenda because you pushed it, and of course the President who funded it. We are determined as UMCAT to be great partners in this process, and today we shall be signing this MOU to stamp our commitment to work together with the government to see that Swahili language becomes an important language in this country for the development and the good of our region of East Africa. Finally, Mr. President, I want to thank you once again for supporting private public initiative like this one. And we pray that, as I conclude, that this will continue when you bring in more private partners to see that the agenda for developing our country like this one is advanced more and more. I speak all this, Your Excellency, for God and my country. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, our partners. Your Excellency, as I did hint in my first remarks, that we are working alongside with an accredited institution called UMCAT, and that's the team, as you have heard. At this time around, to invite our coordinator of the program, Mulatibu Bwire. Please come alongside with all the teachers. All the teachers, please come and stand behind Mulatibu Bwire, because we don't have time, and the program is running very fast. Your Excellency, Bwire Stephen is the coordinator of this program based at NRM Secretariat, and he doesn't work alone. He has an army he works with of able men and women. Please, members, try to come on time. All the teachers, kindly stand behind Mulatibu Bwire as he gives his remarks.
Mheshimiwa Rais, naitwa Bwire Steven, ni mratibu wa kipindi cha lugha ya Kiswahili na kuzungumza hadharani. Mheshimiwa Rais, unakaribishwa kwenye sherehe hii ya kuhitimisha wanafunzi 350 ambao wamejifunza lugha ya Kiswahili zaidi ya mwaka mmoja. Asante kupenda lugha ya Kiswahili na kutia mpango wa kufundisha wazalendo wa Uganda. Pia tunamshukuru mfadhili wetu mpendwa Mama Rebecca Kadaga na katibu mkuu wa chama cha NRM Bwana Richard Todwong kwa msaada na mwongozo wao katika kipindi cha kufundisha Kiswahili sanifu. Hawa ndio wanafunzi wa kwanza ambao walifanya mitihani ya Kiswahili sanifu wakafaulu, na kila aliyefaulu atapewa cheti leo. Naomba tuwapigie makofi kwa kuwapongeza. Mheshimiwa Rais, na kuomba uniruhusu nitoe hotuba yangu kwa mchanganyiko wa lugha ya Kiswahili na Kiingereza. Baadhi ya wageni tulioalika wengineo hawaelewi lugha ya Kiswahili. Asante sana. Your Excellency, the cadres that you are seeing before you, this is an army that we have been training for the last 12 months. As you heard from the past speakers, we began with a team of 30 people. We have now grown to a force of more than 700. And out of this class, we are now going to select 150 cadres whom we shall again take to another phase of training for another 12 months. So that we send them now to districts and communities to go and teach other Ugandans. The idea behind this is that in the next 10 years, Your Excellency the President, we want at least 50% of the population of Uganda to be speaking Swahili. And right now, this is the nucleus, this is the critical mass, and we really thank you so much for your support, Your Excellency. As you have heard, I don't work in isolation, but I have got a team of people that I work with. These are walimu. and fellow coordinators and managers of this program, who are closely supervised and supported by Right Honorable Todwong and Mama Rebecca Kadaga. We have got Mwalim Rogers Ndaula, who is the Chief National Instructor. We have got Mwalim Edwin Nyachwara. We have got our Assistant Muratibu. This is Mr. Samuel Nangira. Samuel Nangira coordinates the weekend program. We have got Muzei Wakazi, Mwalim Shabarongo. Your Excellency, another interesting bit about Mwalim Shabarongo is that one, old as he is now 80 years old, but he's very energetic, very passionate, and by the way, he moves all the way from Ibanda to come every Wednesday and every Saturday to see to it that he teaches this wanafunzi. That is a commitment, Your Excellency. We have got Teacher Lillian, who is also our Chief Disciplinarian, and she has helped to shape and groom our cadres in the right character and ideology. We have got Mr. Roman Kayanja, who takes us through the art of public speaking, because we saw that as we teach them, as we teach the cadres lugha ya Kiswahili, we should also mentor them to speak and engage with the people well. Then I have got my assistant Muratibu, Bwana Robert Mutemo, whom I baptized RPG, because he's very handy in always giving me the right hand of support. Thank you, Mama Rebecca, for giving me this young man to work with. We have got Mwalim Arireng Michael. He's also another Muzei Wakazi. We also call them Muzei Kijana. Mwalim Arireng moves all the way from Buikwe. Come rain, come shine, to come and teach this wanafunzi every Wednesday and every Saturday at the NRM headquarters. We have got Mwalim Shaban. Mwalim Shaban is a prisons officer. We saw his potential and talent, which was exhibiting in the prisons service. And Right Honorable requested the prison service to also lend him to us so that he could impart this knowledge and skills to our wanafunzi. Your Excellency, this is the team that we are working with. However, there is, of course, one small issue, like for the elderly walimu that I have mentioned who are moving from far. I would request Your Excellency that at least we get, maybe if within your schedule and means, you can provide them with some means of transport, either just a small vehicle, a Harrier, a Harrier, or these small vehicles which are not costly. And of course, me, the Muratibu, since we are now opening learning centers across the country, I have to move carrying books and going to Karamoja, going to Kisoro. For me, a double cabin would do. Then we have also got other 4 walimu. Your Excellency, I know in your store is always full. According to your schedule of programming, you could also consider them as well. Your Excellency, as I conclude, we took some students, some cadres to Chankwanzi, but the class that we took was the Wednesday class of 320 students. Now, there is a class which was left out, and it is the Saturday class. We also request Your Excellency for the right hand of support, so that we also take them to Chankwanzi next January, from January 15th, January 5th to January 15th for another 2 weeks, so that they are ideologically well-oriented. And during our time at Chankwanzi next year, Your Excellency, we request that you spare some time amidst your busy schedule to come and interact with us. We enjoy your messages, your teachings on ideology and wealth creation. And as part of wealth creation, Your Excellency, we have come up with a circle which Mwanafunzi Dr. Kansime has touched on. Yes. So it is a circle. It is a circle of students of Kiswahili. And Your Excellency, we request that you also give us the right hand of support. Your Excellency, as I as I give my concluding remarks, in our midst, there are some of your ex-servicemen whom we saw that are very instrumental in helping us in this program. For instance, we have got Major Retired Adam Mugume, whom you gave an assignment of teaching Siasa at the time of your early administration when you are reintegrating the forces. And thereafter, you gave him another assignment of establishing the NRA Kadogo schools, the Nakasongola, Mbarara, and others. He is now in his retirement, and when I heard about him, Your Excellency, I had to have a word with him to see how we could also work together with him. Thank you so much, Your Excellency. We appreciate the service providers who have done a very wonderful job here. We appreciate you, the students, for your commitment and passion for this program, and even the new entrants who have also begun another phase of training. Asante sana, Mheshimiwa Rais. Mungu akubariki.
Asante sana, Mratibu Bwire. Your Excellency, as you are aware, that there is nothing that begins without a steering coordination committee. That's the force behind the Kiswahili introduction, teaching, and graduation of today. Let us clap for them with a very big applause. Your Excellency, we are trying to manage time, and on our agenda, we want to invite our two choirs. Your Excellency, we have a choir that we have trained, led by the prison band, prison team. Our choir, please, can you come forward? Rise up. Then the leader can lead the choir, just specifically the choir for your performance. 5 minutes.
Mheshimiwa Rais, naomba msimame wale ambao mnakwenda kuimba. Mheshimiwa Rais, hawa ni wanafunzi ambao wataimba katika lugha ya Kiswahili. Kila kitu hapa ni cha Kiswahili tu. Walipokwenda Zanzibar hawakupata shida ya kuagiza chakula, kwa sababu hapa Kiswahili chetu tunasema mchele, lakini kule walipofika walizungumza kuhusu wali. Kwa hiyo wamekuwa sasa Waswahili. Halafu tunaomba waimbe nyimbo mbili tu, dakika 5, halafu tutamalizia. Halafu wataongozwa na Captain Dan Barije Bashisha pamoja na Mwalimu Shaban ambaye pia ni mkuu wa lugha ya Kiswahili katika Akademia ya Kiswahili Magereza. Haya, tuanze.
Sisi sote wazalendo wa Uganda, tupo tayari kulinda lugha yetu na kuondoa hizo fikira mbaya katika Uganda mpya. Sisi sote wazalendo wa Uganda, tupo tayari kulinda lugha yetu na kuondoa hizo fikira mbaya. Sisi sote wazalendo wa Uganda, tupo tayari kulinda lugha yetu na kuondoa hizo fikira mbaya katika Uganda nzima. Sisi sote wazalendo wa Uganda, tupo tayari kulinda lugha yetu. Uganda, tupe mikono, Kiswahili aweze kutuendelea na kuchangamsha na nyimbo za mizalendo. Asante.
Your Excellency, Captain Dan Bashisha, our invited guests, Your Excellency, you have a property in Nyambole, Washe Choro, Kulam, or Tangwenino, we interpret for them. I will sing, but I will be mixing like a DJ so that God again has given the time. I will sing and mix it. know that they sing. Chino Chechisera, Peturino, Mana, Mumisere, no Maso, Chino Chechisera, Peturino, Mana, Mumisere, no Maso,
Thank you very much. Our team captain, Your Excellency, we are not just teaching Kiswahili, because when you sponsored our training at Nali for 12 days, it wasn't about teaching Kiswahili, but we had to inculcate all those ideological trainings on top of fighting to safeguard our mother country. I take this opportunity now, Your Excellency, to invite the Vice Chancellor of this mighty university, who is our acting head of C1 because he's the host. Professor Katunguka, you are most welcome. I am your proud student some years ago, and thank you for honoring to give us this venue after losing out Nakasero Primary School that was cancelled out due to security details. The Right Honorable Rebecca Aitwala Kadaga requested you for this venue on a phone call. We can't take you for granted. Karibu sana.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, and the visitor to Chambogo University, the First Deputy Prime Minister, the Secretary General of the NRM, the Deputy IGG, Assistant DPP, SEC members, instructors, and the organizers of this function and the graduates of today, together with your parents. Your Excellency, I'm really delighted to welcome you to Chambogo University. As usual, you are most welcome. This is your university, you are the visitor of this university, and we are always honored to welcome you. And I want to thank the organizers, the First Deputy Prime Minister and the Secretary General, for choosing Chambogo University to host this function though it was a short notice, but we are always available to support the government programs. Your Excellency, under your leadership, this university has grown from strength to strength. We now have 33,000 students on campus here and about another 35,000 students in our national teachers' colleges which we coordinate. We want to thank you very much for that growth. The campus is peaceful now, students are studying, and we are continuing to develop the necessary human resources for this country. Your Excellency, a lot of developments are going on this university and on this hill, Chambogo. One of them is the construction of the AFCON field. This is the modern football pitch that is being constructed to host the AFCON competitions, and it's going on Chambogo University Hill. I want to be advised, can I continue or wait for His Excellency to come back? Okay. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Thank you. So I was talking about the developments which are going on campus, the AFCON field, which is being developed to host the football competitions. We have the state-of-the-art cricket ground, which is being developed. And interestingly, the Ministry of Education and Sports has started constructing its headquarters on this hill. You may also be aware, Your Excellency, that this hill hosts the Inter-University Council for East Africa, it hosts the National Council for Higher Education, and many other educational institutions in this country. So we are delighted to be part of this development. Your Excellency, one of the activities the university has been involved in is the removal of the asbestos roofing, which was covering the largest part of this university. We have removed about 50%, and another 50% remains. Your Excellency and our guests, you may remember, asbestos has been declared a worldwide health hazard. So it is important that we continue removing it from the roofs to ensure that the health of the learners and the people who use those facilities is not compromised. I want to thank the government of the Republic of Uganda and our wise leadership, Your Excellency, which has provided money for the university to continue removing asbestos and replacing it with iron sheets. This is an ongoing activity. In addition to that, the government has supported research to the university, and we are very actively involved in research and innovations which will spur economic development in this country. Your Excellency, with all these developments, we have a major challenge of an open boundary. The area around Chambogo University is all open and is accessible to anybody who may want to gain entry, and that creates an insecurity problem to our students. Many of them have been attacked in the evening. Our girls have been raped in the night, and that gives us a lot of concern. Your Excellency, we wrote a letter to you through the First Lady and Minister of Education and Sports, seeking support to construct a boundary wall around the university using the UPDF, and we await a response from you, Your Excellency. The university is committed to continue developing relevant human resources to contribute to our socio-economic development, and Your Excellency, the university would like to recognize your contribution in developing this country, especially through your messages of patriotism, messages of Pan-Africanism, and messages of wealth creation, which every Ugandan, I'm sure, has heard about. With that brief remark, Your Excellency, I want to welcome you once again and wish you the very best during your stay here. And want to pray that God blesses you and together your family, gives you longer life so that Ugandans can continue benefiting from your wisdom and guidance. So may God bless you. Thank you very much for God and my country. Thank you.
Thank you very much, my Vice Chancellor. because for the others I was here about 13 years ago, all was well. Your Excellency, as we are trying to catch up with time, amidst us, we have some special dignitaries, but they will be recognized by the Right Honorable Secretary General and the Right Honorable Rebecca Kadaga. Amongst them, Your Excellency, with exceptionability, we have the head teacher at Nakaseo Primary School. Please, Mr. Head teacher, can you wake up and wave to the President? Your Excellency, why his name was mentioned, you are very much aware that this program has been taking place at the NRM Secretariat headquarters, the training, but we are seeking it wise as coordinators of the program that as a party we are towards a busy schedule, and we requested the management of Nakaseo Primary School to give us a training ground, and they have offered us a hall that can accommodate 2,000 students. An applause to the management of Nakaseo Primary School. I take this senior honor, therefore, Your Excellency, to invite the Right Honorable Secretary General, Honorable Richard Todong Owan, to give his remarks. And after his remarks, Your Excellency, he will straight away invite Right Honorable Rebecca Kadaga, who will then invite you as the program gets closer. You're welcome, Right Honorable Secretary General.
Thank you, Mheshimiwa Rais. I request that you allow me to speak in English. Because my Kiswahili is extremely good, they will not allow me to leave. Because of time, I need to summarize in English so that I touch on quite a number of issues. Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda and the Chairman of the NRM, the First Deputy Prime Minister, Mama Rebecca Kadaga, the Vice Chancellor of Chambogo University, the Deputy Inspector General of Government, who is our student, and congratulations for completing, the Assistant DPP, and all the students and your parents, good afternoon. Your Excellency, I am overwhelmed with joy to see that what we started as a conversation with Mwalimu Rogers is now yielding results that we see this afternoon. When you directed the Cabinet Secretariat to introduce Kiswahili in Cabinet, I met Mwalimu Rogers in Cabinet, and I had a chat with him to see how best we can have this program outside Cabinet. And the first students we got at the Party Secretariat, I think were about 30. And many of these students, Your Excellency, I think most of them are civil servants, or they are working. Can I see by show of hands those who are working? I have a story for that. You want to ask for jobs or what? I know you are working. We were running these programs every Wednesdays at the Party Secretariat, but as the number expanded, we realized that we needed to start the second stream that we are running over the weekends for those who are busy during the weekdays. We had a class and 2 streams, but we were having a challenge. We were running programs. We had class without a school. We had students without particular term programs or semester. So I started consulting those in academia to see how best we can reorganize this program to make it palatable. And that was how we got into contact with Mr. Charles of UMCAT. And I need to congratulate him and thank him for accepting us to use this institute to accommodate this program. The program went on, and I realized that I needed to involve the first deputy vice chairperson of the party, who is also the first deputy prime minister, the Right Honorable Rebecca Kadaga. When I contacted her, she was very much welcoming and received the program to be hosted in our ministry. But we continued, and you got involved, Your Excellency, and started sponsoring them and facilitating them. We need to thank you and congratulate you so much for getting involved in this program. But one of the key lessons I've learned, which calls on how we integrate in Africa, is that this program started as a small nuclear conversation, but it has now touched base with the region. I've been having calls from my colleagues in the region, and they're congratulating Uganda for initiating this program and running it all over the country. Your Excellency, as a party, we feel we need a party school to continue running this kind of programs. There are many other programs we have introduced at the party secretariat, but because of lack of space, we cannot run all of them. In the past, we were doing ideological clinics where we invite informed individuals and patriots to lecture to our supporters and citizens. In a session, we would have close to 16,000 people online. At the moment, we have introduced a digital library that anybody can click through his computer and get into the archives of the party and get the books. I wrote to your office, sir, to request that you give us the soft copies of all the literatures you have written so that we upload them into the digital library of the party. We are moving and expanding. Now, this is one of the examples that we feel government should come in and support the party and make sure this program is rolled all over the country. There is a lot of demand in the country for Kiswahili lessons. One of the reasons is that our citizens are finding challenges when they look for jobs in the region. Some of them are failing to get these jobs because they lack the Kiswahili language knowledge. So we feel with this empowerment, we might be able to compete ably with the rest of the region. I don't have much to say. I'm overwhelmed with joy to see that this that we started small at the party secretariat is now yielding results and is expanding across the country. With these few remarks, allow me to invite the Right Honorable First Deputy Prime Minister to come and make her remarks and invite you to speak to the students. But we congratulate you for finishing the studies and use the knowledge effectively wherever you go. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Secretary General. Your Excellency, I have ambushed the Secretary General because I have a special message for you, especially regarding this group. I've written several letters to you regarding a book that I've authored that I'm waiting for your endorsement, such that we can spread the goodness of Uganda to Africa. And one of the things is Swahili. This book outlines the sources of funding for this program. You will not have to spend any money because this book identifies all the funding you need to support such programs and promote your legacy, Your Excellency. Thank you very much.
Thank you. May I invite the second deputy vice chairperson of the party and the first deputy prime minister to come and make a remark and invite you to speak to the students, Your Excellency.
Mheshimiwa Rais, Katibu Mkuu wa Chama cha
the first
Mheshimiwa na waziri wakuu wa usalama, wanadama wa kidiplomasia, wataratibu wa Kiswahili nchini, wahitimu mabibi na wabwana, na wasalimia nyote. Kwa upendo mwingi asubuhi ile ya leo, nasimama kushuhudia jambo la historia katika nchi yetu, iwe kwa timu ya kwanza ya lugha ya Kiswahili na mazungumzo ya hadharani kwa makada wa Kiswahili. Mheshimiwa Rais, mimi na Mwalimu Ndaura tulianza kuzungumza mambo ya kusambaza Kiswahili mwaka 2022, kusambaza Kiswahili shuleni na kwa nchi, lakini hatukuwa na bajeti. Kwa roho ya safi, ninashukuru kazi ya ziada ya Mheshimiwa Rais kwa masa na usanzaji wa programu ya lugha ya Kiswahili. Mheshimiwa Rais kwa karimu amefadhili programu ya masomo ya ideolojia, itikadi, chankwanzi kwa makada ya Swahili, safari ya Tanzania kama mmeambiwa. Napongeza sana katibu mkuu wa chama tawala cha NRM Mheshimiwa Richard Todong na kuanzisha programu ya Kiswahili katika makao makuu ya chama. Katibu mkuu Bwana Todong pamoja na mweka hazima na wa chama nchini Balozi Barbara Nekesa ambao wamehakikisha kwamba walimu wanalipwa haraka kwa wakati. Pia walinunua vitabu vya kusoma kwa wanafunzi pamoja na kugawa chakula cha mchana katika makao makuu. Mabibi na bwana, kwa njia maalum ninawapongeza walimu wetu, pia mratibu Bwana Steven Bwire na mwalimu Ndaula, mkuu wa kufunza kwa kazi yao bila kuchoka kwa kusimamia mchakato wa ufundishaji. Kwa wageni walikuwa nyote, siwezi kuwapongeza ya kutosha. Msafiri kutoka mbali sana kuhudhuria hii sehemu muhimu. Mheshimiwa Rais, leo nimekuja na Dr. Asimwe wa Zanzibar Kiswahili Commission Zanzibar. Namshukuru sana. I had invited the members of IALA, but I don't know whether they are here. Are the other members here? They're in session. So they have not been able to come, but I had invited them to be here to witness this momentous activity. Ninamaliza kuwapongeza watu wote wahusika katika program hii, pamoja na sekretari ya chama cha NRM, Wizara ya Mambo ya Afrika Mashariki, Kamisheni ya Lugha ya Kiswahili ya Afrika Mashariki, ambao hivi juzi waliwapokea na kukaribisha makada wetu Zanzibar, mtawala wa nyumba serikali UMCAT, walioendea mitihani ya mwisho kwa wanafunzi vyuo vikuu ambavyo vilituma wanafunzi wao kusoma Kiswahili. Wahudumu ambao wamefanya kazi ya ziada, na mwisho kabisa ni Mwenyezi Mungu ambaye alifanya kila kitu uwezwa. Nina washukuru nyote. Your Excellency, my final comment is to thank the Vice Chancellor, because I really had a team on the phone to give us this ground, and he said this is a government institution, so you get people for the Pope of Uganda, you can come anytime. So I want to thank you so much for what he has done. Then, Your Excellency, what is exciting today is that when I went to Parliament to report that the Cabinet had decided that we start teaching of Kiswahili in Uganda, there was a mistaken view that we are going to stop Ugandans from speaking their languages and speaking English and take on Swahili. But today, this activity has verified that these people are speaking their languages, they're speaking English, they're speaking Swahili, they will soon learn French. Your Excellency, let me invite you to address our people.
Mheshimiwa Naibu Waziri Mkuu Rebecca Kadaga, Mheshimiwa Katibu Mkuu wa chama cha NRM, Vice Chancellor of the University, walimu na wanafunzi, kwanza nataka kutoa hongera kwa wanafunzi kwa kusoma na kumaliza kozi ya Kiswahili. Kiswahili ni lugha nzuri na lugha ya umuhimu na faida kwa wale ambao wataweza kujifunza Kiswahili. Ni muhimu kwa sababu ni lugha ya mawasiliano. Mawasiliano is communication. Ukijua Swahili unaweza kuwasiliana na watu wa Kenya wa kila tabaka. Tabaka is class, category. Kila tabaka, watu wa chini, watu ambao wamesoma na wale ambao hawakusoma, kwa sababu wote Kenya wanajua Swahili. Unaweza kuwasiliana na watu wa Tanzania, unaweza kuwasiliana na watu wa Kongo mashariki ya Kongo, wote wanajua Kiswahili. Alafu Rwanda kiasi, Burundi kiasi, na hapa Uganda kwenye sehemu zingine kama Mbale, kama Tororo, kama Busia, hata vijijini watu wanaelewa Kiswahili. So hii ni faida ya kwanza, faida ya mawasiliano. Sasa kuna faida ya biashara. Unaweza kufanya biashara kwa urahisi na nchi hizo. Lakini kule mbele ni muhimu sana kwa nchi yote, kwa Waganda wote na kwa wana East Africa wote kujifunza Kiswahili, kwa sababu Kiswahili sio lugha ya kabila. Kiswahili is not a tribal language. Sio lugha ya kabila moja. Hata ukienda Tanzania uweza kukuta kabila ambayo ni kabila ya Waswahili. Hata pwani kule kuna makabila huko kama Wazaramo, wako na lugha zao za kikabila. Lakini Swahili ni lugha ambayo haina mwenyewe. This is the big advantage of Swahili. It is a language which does not belong to one tribe. Kwa hiyo nikienda hata hapa Uganda nikisema nyinyi wote mjifunze Kinyankole, kutakuwa na vita, kwa sababu wanasema Kinyankole ni lugha ya Wanyankole. Kwa nini unatulazimisha kujifunza Kinyankole? Lakini lugha ya Kiswahili haina ubishi, haina ubishi. Olulimi lwa Kiswahili terulina mpaka nnyo, kubanga si lulimi lwa gwanga gundi ne gundi, no. Lwatandika ng'olulimi lw'abasuubuzi. Ilianza kama lugha ya wafanyabiashara huko pwani, na Mungu ndio alitusaidia kupata hiyo lugha, kwa sababu wale wazee wa zamani walikuwa wanachukua maneno kule pwani. This language started at the coast. That's what I'm trying to explain. It started at the coast of East Africa. Olulimi luno lwatandikira eri ku nyanja enene. Walikuwa wanachukua neno kutoka makabila ya bara. Bara is continent. Sisi huko wanatuita watu wa bara. we the inland, the people who live inland Africa, the people at the coast, call us watu wa bara. Sisi tunawaita watu wa pwani, coastal people. Kwa hiyo wale watu walikuwa wanachukua maneno kutoka kwa makabila yote, makabila ya bara, makabila ya pwani, wanaunganisha. Ukisema kwa Kiswahili, nataka kwenda, nataka. Unasema hii kutaka ni kama Kinyarwanda Kirundi. Ndashaka. You know the Banyarwanda say, ndashaka. Barundi wanasema ndashaka. Makabila ya hapa, Baganda, Banyankole wanasema ni nyenda. Lakini wale watu walichukua neno la Kinyarwanda zaidi, Kinyarwanda Kirundi, ndashaka, nataka. Alafu nataka kwenda, unaona hapo inakuja sasa upande wa Kinyankole, Kiganda, kujenda. So walikuwa wanachukua maneno kutoka hapa, kwa mfano njia, Banyankole wanasema umuhanda, Batoro, Banyoro, wote wanasema umuhanda. Baganda wanasema ekubo. Lakini unasikia kwa Kiswahili walichukua njia. Njia ni kama Kinyarwanda Kirundi, nzira. So it's very, very alafu wakaweka maneno ya Kiarabu. Kwa sababu ochoa unahesabu kwa Kiswahili, moja hiyo ni Bantu, mbili Bantu, tatu Bantu, nne Bantu, tano Bantu. Ukifika sita, hii ni Kiarabu. Wale makabila ya pwani walikuwa hawana mbuzi nyingi, walikuwa hawana ng'ombe nyingi. Kufika tano, maneno yaliwakosa. Wakasema wacha tuazime neno la Kiarabu. Sita, hiyo ni Kiarabu. Saba ni Kiarabu. Nane Bantu. Tisa Kiarabu. 10 Bantu. Kwa hiyo kwa maneno 10 ya kuhesabu, 7 ni Kibantu, 3 ni Kiarabu. Huko bara kawaida mimi na ITs our Swahili people at the coast, nasema kwa nini mliweka maneno ya Kiarabu? Kwa sababu mimi kwa Kinyankole nasema emwe, ibiri, ishatu, ina, itano, mukaga. Sina kuteka Urwarabu, mukaga, mushanju, munana, mwenda, 10. Hakuna maneno ya Kiarabu. Sasa nilikuwa na tania Waswahili wa pwani kwamba kwa nini hamuweke maneno ya Kibantu na lugha za huku kwetu. Niliongea na marehemu Mwinyi na wengine wa Kiswahili kwamba tungechangia sisi huku kutoka bara, tungechangia maneno. Mmesikia hapa wanasema wimbo wa taifa, national anthem. Lakini mnajua kwa Kiganda hapa neno tunasema omubara. omubara. Omubara is anthem. Omubara gwebika, emibara yebika. Sasa tungewaambia Waswahili wa kule kwamba hata kwa Luo anasema lubala. Lubala meaning a clan song. Kwa hiyo tunaweza kuambia Waswahili, please, badala ya kusema wimbo wa taifa, because now you see they don't have one word. They have a description. Wimbo wa taifa, the song of the nation. Songa wano tulina wogama to omubara. It means the anthem of, here we are saying of the clans, but we cannot actually use it for the country, for the anthem of the country. Kwa hiyo hii lugha ni lugha muhimu sana. Imetengenezwa na watu wetu kwa muda wa labda miaka 1000 na zaidi, and we can now use it. Tunaweza kuitumia as a core to build a very powerful international language by putting in more words from the tribes in the hinterland, because the tribal languages here have got a lot of vocabulary. And mwalimu alianza kwa sababu unasikia hata msemaji mmoja hapa alikuwa anasema ikulu. Ikulu ni neno la wanatumia kwa state house. Shida wazungu, the Europeans don't have one word, state house. Lakini mwalimu aliazima neno la, nadhani ilikuwa neno la Wanyamwezi wa Tabora, wanaita makazi ya chief ikulu. Kwa hiyo sasa state house kwa Kiswahili tunasema ikulu. No description. It's not state house, it is ikulu. So we can put more maneno, more words from the languages here. These days niliwasaidia ngaleta neno la Kinyankole kwenye lugha zenu zetu, emyoga. Emyoga meaning skills. Okuwesa mwoga, okubajja mwoga, okunogora, clay making is sijui kwa Kiswahili wanatumia neno gani. Wanasema utaramu. Utaramu is from Arabic, of course. Utaramu. I don't know what other word they are using now. Kwa hiyo what you have kitu mmeshughulikia ni kitu muhimu sana. Kwanza wakina Todwong ambao walianza waleta hilo wazo, the people who brought that idea, na wapongeza. Alafu Right Honorable Rebecca Kadaga alipokea hilo neno akalisukuma mbele, na mpongeza. Alafu na nyinyi wenyewe kuwa na miwani, hao watu wako na miwani mizuri. Mnajua maana ya miwani? Spectacles. Mko na miwani mizuri, mnaangalia mbali. Sasa mmeingia kwenye safari ya mbele huko. Because definitely we are going to push the program. So you will be the teachers now. but you must perfect the vocabulary and the tenses and the. Kwa sababu nilisikia mmoja anasema baba yetu. It's not baba yetu. It is baba we. Baba wetu. Ye is for, it's like our Bantu dialects here. Ye is for things. Ngombe yetu. You can say ngombe yetu, but you can't say baba yetu. Kwa sababu baba ni alilenga iko wapi? Mbona wanafunzi wako bado wanafanya makosa? Wanasema baba ni kama ngombe.
Waswahili wanasema mwanzo ni mgumu.
Okay.
Tutarekebisha haya mama.
Very good.
Na tutafika.
Unamsikia ni Mswahili kabisa huyu. You know, Waswahili wako na maneno tamu tamu. So you perfect those vocabulary issues, but otherwise this is very important, and I will contribute 100 million to your circle. Nitachangia 100 shilingi 100 kwa chama chenu cha ushirika, chama cha ushirika. So I don't sio lazima niseme maneno mengi kwa sababu furaha yangu ni kubwa, inatosha. Nataka tutakuja kuzungumza, tuone namna tutaongezea moto kwa hii jitihada hii ya kufundisha Kiswahili. Tukipata walimu, I think the first thing is to get walimu. Tukipata walimu, mambo yingine yanakuja pole pole. It's a simple, hii lugha kwa sababu ni kama lugha zetu. Mwaka 68 ndikuwa sijui maneno hata matatu ya Kiswahili. Lakini wakati tulikuwa kwenye chuo kikuu, tukaenda Mozambique. Pale mlimani, pale university tulikuwa tunasema Kiingereza. Lakini wakati tulikwenda kutembelea Mozambique, sehemu ya vita, wale watu wa Cabo Delgado, wa Makonde, walikuwa wanasema Swahili peke yake. Na tulikuwa huko kwa mwezi mmoja. Kwenye mwezi huo nilijifunza Kiswahili, because I had no other way of communicating, and by the time we came back, hii ndio Swahili nasema mpaka sasa. Sijaiongezea, sijatoa. What I learned that time is what I am using now. So it is very easy, because it is like you had the Right Honorable Kadaga reading very well, because the pronunciations were perfect. Because it is like our own languages, our own Bantu dialects. Alafu msiwe mnaharibu Kiswahili kusema watumisi ni watumishi, ni si watumisi. Then that one you should pronounce it properly. Otherwise, toa hongera kwa nyinyi wote, na watakia heri na waombea baraka kwa Mungu. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency.
I now graduate you or what? What do I do? I bless you.
Thank you much, Your Excellency. Our dear invited guests, we are coming to the close of the event. Your Excellency, with due respect, on behalf of this team, we kindly humbly request.
There is a small book here, which I said I should launch. It is written by Edwin Nyachuru Mobegi. I launch it.
Thank you much, Your Excellency. Your Excellency, as we come to the close of the event, it is my humble appeal and prayer on behalf of this gathering that we request for a group photo which will be in 3 phases. The first group, Your Excellency, will be the facilitators of this program. It is a group of 11 people. By that group will be led by the Right Honorable Dr. Rebecca Itwala Kadaga alongside the Secretary General for a group photo. Kindly come forward. Protocol guide. As the first group of our leaders comes alongside to share a photo with His Excellency the President, the second group will comprise of students, but the students will be in the bits with restriction to observation of COVID-19. So the students will be 100, given the number that the graduates are 340 something, they make a total of, they will make 3 groups. So after the first group, the second group will be teachers, then the students come first. Members, with the observation of COVID-19, each of us who is coming near His Excellency the President must wear a mask. Your Excellency has guided that since he's protected much more, all of us will get access for a group photo. Your Excellency, thank you very much for that memorable event. I want kindly to guide that none of us, as we come for a good photo, should carry a bag, especially my sisters, mothers. You leave your bag on the seat, and you'll be guided accordingly. You'll be in shifts. I will ask the Right Honorable Rebecca Kadaga and Right Honorable Secretary General to remain seated. Now for the teachers. Sorry. Members, the students as you organize, let us have the teachers first. Let us have the teachers first as the graduates organize themselves. Your Excellency, we are very honored that you didn't stop at sponsoring this program, but you are able to spare time and come over. Your Excellency, the group behind you is the first group of the graduates. Members, let us try to observe some kind of space. Each of us will get a photo moment with the President. So the second group should gear up. The second group should gear up. First of all, don't match. Let us first finish up with the first group. Your Excellency, we are very grateful. I can't forget to thank Madam PPS, Madam Gloria, for the timely responses that have been exchanged from the office of the Right Honorable Kadaga to this program and the State House. Madam Gloria, thank you for the work well done. We can want to thank State House Controller Madam Jenny Bareche for the timely response, especially when it came to issues of funding, that all the activities right from the Chankwanzi, the retreat in Arusha, and the graduation, she could take no time to clear. Members, the first group, if you are done, I want to invite the second group. The second group, please join. Members, the first group, congratulations. I know that time is very memorable, having a photo with His Excellency the President. That's a very big congratulations to you all. The second group, if you get done, the third group should prepare. Protocol kindly guide me, because the parents to these graduates, since they are very few, they would love also to share a photo moment with His Excellency the President. Members, protocol guide, the team that is done with the photo moment with the President should immediately leave to save time. Members, the photo moment is over. Allow the third group to come. Members, time. Members, allow the third group. Allow the third group to join in as the parents prepare. Protocol kindly guide me. The parents to these graduates are not so many. They have loved also to have a photo moment with His Excellency the President. Mwalimu Shaban, kindly help me to guide the parents their side for the photo moment also. Mr. Doni Bwana, the Chief Protocol for Senate Secretary, kindly guide the parents, prepare for a photo moment with His Excellency the President. Members, the photo moment is over. Allow the next group to come. Protocol kindly guide the team to vacate. Secretary, the next group comes to allow His Excellency the President. Members, please, good graduates, leave. Finally, so members, with those few remarks, we are closing this photo moment. Kindly, members, let us vacate. Let us vacate. The photo moment is over because of time. Members, kindly be good graduates. The Marimos kindly guide the graduates to take over their seats so that we close the program. Members, give space as we close the program. Members, let us come back. The program is at its closure. Members, please. Jaja Mwami wafefena, by the time may not enable him to stay here longer. Your Excellency, we want to thank you for coming. We want to thank you for honoring our invitation. And we look for Your Excellency to see you. Members, let us stand up and have the national anthem in a reverse arrangement. Kindly, the band can guide us. Members, let us stand for the anthems in a reverse arrangement. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. We wish you the best of your life. Because this is a graduation.